Hey, Jason here, and here is a video for the guys. I keep getting asked this question, so I'm finna go ahead and answer it. Is it normal to come here and get into a polygamous relationship? I don't know why I keep getting asked this question, but I'm gonna go ahead and answer it for you. So if you're new to the channel, I'm Jason. I have now been an expat slash nomad for 10 years. I am on my fourth country, third continent here in Lusaka, Zambia, in the southern region of Africa. One of the things I've started doing now is sharing with you things I've learned along this 10-year journey to be successful at being an expat slash nomad. And most importantly, if you're thinking about becoming an expat or already one, why you should be looking into Zambia in the southern region of Africa, because there's opportunities here that not a lot of people are talking about. And if I would have known about them, I would have came here when I first left 10 years ago from the United States. So let's go ahead and get into today's video. And yes, we are talking about relationships, dating, and things of that nature. But mainly we're going to focus on polygamy. I had my brother asking me this question. I get this question from a lot of guys, and they're always asking like, "Oh, is it okay to be polygamous? There is polygamy okay there?" Short answer: yes, polygamy. There is a form of polygamy here that you can do legally. However, don't think just because you're coming from the United States to Africa that every woman is involved in polygamy. I don't know where this big misconception is coming from. And I don't know why a lot of guys are just saying like, oh yeah, you can have multiple girlfriends, multiple wives. That comes with responsibility. Great power comes with great responsibility, and the power to be able to have a polygamous relationship is stressful and it has a lot of responsibility on it. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So now the first thing is, majority of the people you run across throughout African countries, especially within the southern region, are either going to be from the religion of Islam, or they're going to be some sect of Christianity. Here in Zambia, I know they have Catholicism, SDA. SDA is a Seventh-day Adventist, Jehovah Witness, and I think they have Protestant, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but there's a lot of religious beliefs throughout this southern region of Africa, and everyone doesn't believe the same thing. So please don't come here thinking that every woman you see is okay with polygamy. A lot of women are not okay with it. This includes Botswana, South Africa, and Zambia. And it's okay. Like there's nothing wrong with that. The thing that I think a lot of people actually mess up on is they're trying to force people to be who they want them to be and let people be normal. If it's a woman that you're meeting and if you know you're a guy and you want to be in a polygamous relationship, let her know up front. Either she's going to say no, or she may, I'm not sure about that, but give her the choice. Please hear me on that. Give her the choice. The same way as a guy, you wouldn't want to just be unknowingly messing with a woman that's married or have a boyfriend. You would like to know the choice up front. So give her the same choice also. And so like with that too, with the religious thing, like just respect people's religious beliefs. Okay. Like everybody here isn't on African spirituality. Everybody here isn't on, I hate to even say voodoo, but because it's such a bad word now and it's not really voodoo. But everybody's not into that, those things. So there are Christians here, a lot of Christians here. Because I get these questions all the time, and sometimes I think a lot of Americans really believe that what they see, the pictures they see of starvation and poverty in Africa, is what the whole continent looks like, and it's not true. Does it exist in areas? Yes, but guess what? It exists in areas of the United States also. So we can't be throwing rocks at it from a glass house. So just be mindful of that. Now, moving on with polygamy. Let's say if you do find someone who is okay with it, you as the guy, like you need to understand, are you able to support two households? Can you support two families? Like, I know a lot of times guys are like, oh, I want a woman to be with me for me. But dude, if you're expecting a woman to give you her youth, her her beauty, her body, and all of these things. Like, you need to be able to provide. Like, at the very least, if you end up having kids with her, are those kids going to be taken care of? Like, this is common sense stuff we got to talk about here. Like, all the time I see guys who don't have as much money or they're not really career driven, and they're always talking about how they want multiple women. And I'm like, for what? You can barely afford to take care of yourself. So why do you want to bring a woman or women into that level of struggle? Like, let's be real here, guys. Like, I know, and I know you may be like, oh, Jason, but you're older. You've done this, you've done that. Dude, there's nothing different. I hustled and bust my ass off to be able to get to the money I have. Getting my pension from the military was not easy. Right now, my back is killing me. It's like a 10 out of 10 when it comes to pain. It's been that way for a little bit over 2 weeks now. Because it's going into wintertime here. And when wintertime happens, the screws that's fused in my back, they make my spine hurt. The muscles are constricting, so they're getting real tight. I'm literally waiting to go to the chiropractor today just to get some adjustments and loosen up the muscles and see if they can do dry needling to get the muscles to relax. But like, I bust my butt off to get where I'm at. Like, I was not focused in my younger years on relationships. Thankfully, seeing my brothers growing up, it taught me, one, don't have kids when you're not ready, especially if you're not financially ready, because it's going to ruin the relationship with the person that you have kids with, because money is always a struggle. And two, you have the potential to ruin your life. Like, let's just be honest. Child support is not something that's to be taken for granted. Child support is something that should be very, very highly considered about before you have a child. That's man and woman. As a woman, you should be asking yourself, do I really trust this dude to take care of a life if he puts a life in me? And as a guy, you should be asking yourself, yo, will she be reasonable as we're trying to take care of this life together? Because if you're having kids in your 20s, like, you're trying to make it. I'm going to be real with you. Like, here's the secret. You don't really start enjoying life till you hit 40. Maybe in your 30s if you start doing some things correctly, but 40 is when you really start enjoying it. You stop caring about a lot of nonsense. A lot of the propaganda and programming from TV, family, and friends don't matter anymore, because you're like, look, dude, this is my life. You can go F yourself. I don't care. And that's what changes. Like, when people be like, man, 40 is different, it's because they stop caring. They stop caring about the nonsense and the BS of the world, and they start caring about, what do I want for my life? Now, this is where, if you're a younger guy, you need to be focused on this. And even if you're an older guy, and let's say you're going to relocate and start over to Zambia, don't be focused straight off on women, especially if you want to be messing with multiple women. You're going to be running through your resources, running through your money. It's not worth it. And you're probably going to have a lot of heartache, misery, and just anger from it. And so focus first on your money. Like, I know polygamy, as a guy, polygamy may sound fun. Like, oh, I have 2, 3 women. But can you afford it? We got to talk about finances, man. Like, and especially us as Black people, we need to talk about money. You know, we talk about having fun. We talk about having all the women. All the time, someone find out I'm living in Africa. Oh, what are the women like? What does it matter what the women are like? What is your money like? That's what we need to talk about. What is your money like? It costs money to take care of families. You're a guy. You're coming to a male dominant society. This isn't the United States where everything's equal and 50-50. Yes, women here work. Yes, women here provide for themselves. Yes, there are very, very independent women here. However, you still have a cultural tradition or expectation of you as a guy here. You're in Africa. You are in their culture now. Even here, like, just to give you an example, like, for me being 40, in my 40s with no kids, there's a little bit I'm shunned upon. And what I mean by that is, it's like, what is wrong with you? Why you don't have children? Like, having children is something that is an obligation, I would guess to say. If you're examining, correct me if I'm wrong, like if there's a better word to use, but it's like people are all, the first thing most people ask, like, oh, do you have kids? And I'd be like, no. And then you see that little look like, "Oh, you don't have kids and you're in your 40s? Like, what's going on?" And then when I explain to them, like, no, I'm coming from the United States. It's expensive to have kids there. It is irresponsible to have kids in the United States if you're not ready. We see these shows all the time on divorce court, paternity court, Maury, all of these other shows where people are in lifetime wars and battles because they had kids with people that, one, they were probably emotionally irresponsible, and two, both parties are financially irresponsible. Or they wouldn't be complaining about, oh, she's taking all my money. Oh, she only lets me see the kid when it's time for money. Or, oh, he's a deadbeat. But we heard it all over and over again. But we have to talk about the finances. And so I'm gonna keep this video short. I don't want it to be too long. But like, if you're a guy and if you do plan on coming to Africa to live and stay, yes, you can have polygamous relationships. No one's gonna look down on you. It's a normal thing of culture here. But before you do that, talk to a guy that's actually in it. I've spoken to guys who are actually in it, and they tell you like, hey, it's some good to it, but they're like, yo, it's stressful. When you trying to figure out, okay, I got to take care of this, my second house. So, okay, I need to provide for this house or in that house. So, okay, my kids here or there. It's a lot of things that goes into it. And we haven't even got into how are you going to mix all your families together? These are the things we have to talk about, guys. Like, as men, we need to really have these real conversations. And before you get into a polygamous relationship or even consider it, look into your finances for real. I would personally say if you're not coming here with at least 4,000 US dollars a month coming in consistently, don't even entertain polygamy. It's going to be too stressful. It's going to become a financial hardship. And it's just going to be a burden on you. And then you're going to probably find yourself angry when you could be out here living your best life. Focus more on getting settled here, getting yourself some land, what type of businesses that you want to actually do. Because I would say before you even think about polygamy, you should be thinking about what are the family businesses that I can be doing? What are the things that I can pass down generationally? Those are very more important than thinking about just physically being with multiple women. Being very serious here. So like, please hear me on that. And just take heed to caution. You could be like, yo, Jay, I don't care what you say. Or you can be like, yo, Jay, I'm going to try to follow your advice. But just, look, it's your life. But I'm just telling you, don't keep believing all of this nonsense on the internet. African women are submissive. You can have multiple African women. They're cool with polygamy. Everybody is not cool with that. You find more traditional Christians here in the southern region of Africa. That's the only region I'm talking about. Than you do all these women that are supposedly open to polygamy, like the internet makes it seem. So just take caution. Just take caution. And guys, I'm going to always say this. If you're a man, you need to have control over your sexual desires. I'm a guy too. If I see a woman that's attractive, hey, wow, she's attractive. She looks good. She's beautiful. But you need to have control over your sexual desires. Please, if you have not gained control of that, or you don't think you have enough control over it, just work on it. Just work on it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna just work on it. I'm not gonna give you examples or things you can do. Just work on it. You need to do the research. You need to figure out how to control that part of your life. Because as a man, that is the thing that's going to get us the most in trouble, no matter what we do in life. And if you watch this video and you're like, yo, Jay, okay, I make enough money. I'm willing to provide. Hey, all best to you, man. Do polygamy. If it works for you, do it. I'm not one of those people like, oh, you need to do this. You need to do that. Like, it's your life. Do it. I'm just saying, do things without as much stress. Money is the biggest stressor on everything in life. Um, Everything in this physical world that we live in right now, it takes money to do things. So if you don't have that stressor in your life, then do what you want to do. As long as you're not hurting people, abusing people, and things of that nature, enjoy your life. We're here for a very short period of time, and we should enjoy it to the fullest and stop focusing on what other people think we should do for our lives. I'm not anti-polygamous. I'm not anti-monogamous. I'm just pro do what you want to do for your life. And I think a lot of us need to be more of that area. And so that's going to be it for today. If you have any other questions or comments, just leave those down below. Man, hopefully electricity come back. I was in the middle of cooking before I go to the chiropractor today. But yes, Zambia has chiropractors. Also, I hope you see how my skin is looking, man. It is looking really good. And this is from the products. Let me see if I have some here. This is from like these are the bath salts. I have scrubs, all of this. And this is where I get them from South Africa, from Lifestyle Hub at mailbox 27 boxes in Melville. So if you go out to South Africa, man, get these products. Tell Obi I sent you. This is a little test cream product I'm using for. I have soaps, body wash, candles, everything. Like this is what keeps my even skin tone. And you see it helps get rid of any of the dark marks on my skin. It's like getting all even. And that's what's doing it. I literally just did a scrub this morning on my head. It feels amazing, yo. But yeah, these are the products that I use. So I'm gonna probably eventually start getting a shipment here to Zambia and start selling because these are some of the best products on the market. But other than that, like I said, if you have any questions or comments, just leave those down below. And most importantly, just remember this: I'm Jason, and success is simple once you know how.